Hi there, it's Brett Culp. When I look at my calendar, it wasn't that long ago that we were together for the annual conference of the Michigan Townships Association. And I loved being a keynote speaker at that event and meeting you and hearing your story and being part of that. It was a wonderful time together. On my calendar, it wasn't that long ago, but in my mind and in my heart, man, it feels like an eternity ago. I feel like just in the past couple of months, we've lived through a whole decade of history, of events, of changes, of things happening so fast we can hardly process it. And I wanted to take a minute just to share, just a couple of minutes, to share a few thoughts that I hope will be helpful for you during this time. You have been on my mind. The work that you're doing in your townships, the difference that you are making. I know this is a time where leadership is so important, and your leadership in this community, so many people are looking to you. They know you don't have all the answers and you're never going to be perfect, but your strength, your hope, your faith, your belief, your commitment to community and to helping everyone, even the least of those in your community, get through this together, man, it makes such a difference right now. So thanks for that effort. Now, I want to share a few insights about leadership and just focus that may be helpful to you at this time. But before I do that, I want to say this. It's very possible that at this moment, you are feeling a heaviness and a weariness and a grief and exhaustion that is unlike anything you've ever felt before. In the very depths of yourself, of your heart and of your soul and your spirit. I think a lot of us are feeling that right now. This has affected us in every part of our lives, every part. And I just want to say that if you're feeling that sense of sorrow and overwhelm right now, it's okay. It's all right that you're feeling that way. It doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It means that you're human. And I think on some level, we're all going through that. The fear, the anxiety, the unsettledness. We're not sleeping well. You may be finding yourself crying in the shower or clenching onto things much tighter than usual. You may find that your dreams are strange or that your temper is a little shorter with the people that you love as you are staying at home a lot more with family. My heart is with you right now, and I know we will get through this, but it's okay if there are moments, or a lot of moments, where you're just not feeling your best. It's okay, and you're not alone. Okay, let me share 3 things that might be helpful during this time. I think this is a moment where we need to celebrate all of the victories, even the small ones. Very often it's only the big milestones and the big victories that we stop and we celebrate. But now is a time to celebrate everything, even the small stuff, maybe especially the small stuff. And here's why. Normally it's not so hard for us to get things done in our work and in our lives. But this is a moment where everything is more difficult because all at once, while you're trying to be a family member, a parent, a professional, a community citizen, you are having to do things in ways that are more difficult than ever before. And it's all new. If you're a parent and you have a child at home, maybe you're now becoming both a parent and an educator at the same time. And it's overwhelming with all of the passwords and the work and the websites. You may be getting 100 emails a day from teachers, and it's almost impossible to manage it all. And you're dealing with all the things in your house and all the emotions and the feelings and the difficulties. And you're having to learn whole new ways of getting your work done through Zoom and Skype and FaceTime and online virtual sessions on Google Hangout and everywhere else, and learning all those technologies you've never really had to rely on before. And in the middle of that, you're still trying to accomplish the amazing, incredible things that have always been on your to-do list. Man, in a moment like that where so much is going on, I think it's important to stop and celebrate even the little things, because it takes much more effort to get that done than it ever has before. More commitment, more passion, more focus to even get the small things done. So celebrate them. This is a moment to celebrate everything. Also, be ready for giant leaps and bold steps. Usually we like for our change to be incremental, to happen slowly over time. But this is a moment where we are experiencing massive shocks to the system in every part of our life. And we have to be ready for innovation, for new ideas, for new ways of getting things done. The good news is that those innovations may push us forward into advances that may have taken many years or decades to get to, but now we're having to embrace them quickly, instantly, in a moment. It's good, but it's also hard. It's also hard to do that. But stay open. You and everyone on your team, this is going to be an important part of who we are in the days ahead, to take giant leaps and bold steps. And I would also say this is a moment to stay focused on your epic journey. Your epic journey. You know, we very often just get focused on 1 week, 1 month, 1 quarter, you know, the things that are going on right now with a single project. But in our worlds right now, so often this 1 month period or this quarter, it's ugly. There's a lot of difficulty going on right now. And if you try to measure your success and your impact in only this one moment, this season in time, you will feel like a failure. It will feel overwhelming. But that was never the truth about your work. You were never focused on a single moment. You have always known that it was more than that. It was the long-term impact of the epic journey, the long story that you were focused on. When we were together, I ended my presentation with the idea of starlight and thinking about starlight. Because, you know, when you look up at the night sky, you like to think you're seeing that star right now, but you're not. Most often, most of the time, it takes years, decades, sometimes centuries for that light to arrive in our night sky. But that's the nature of starlight. It shines through the darkness, unwavering in its course, until it reaches its destination. That has always been the essence of your work, to think about the long-term impact you're making. But now, more than ever, my friend, you are starlight. You are starlight. And when the world feels dark, your light matters more than ever. And so, my friend, even though this is difficult, and even though it's heavy, and even though we're all going through so much right now, the world needs your heroic spirit more than ever. You don't have to have all the answers. You won't have all the answers. But friends, keep being light out in the world. Thanks for being a hero. Thanks for being you. Keep shining.